Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Glad to have you guys be a part on the stream. Good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. I'm going to be tipping off in a little bit from now. This going to be a pretty cold stream today, something totally different than what I usually cover, but we got World Cup basketball going down. Game 1 of group play, United States taking on New Zealand, USA coming in as a massive favorite on the line. Last time I checked, they were a 36.5 point favorite for this game. This game taking place out in Mall of Asia Arena out in Manila in the Philippines. And happy Saturday morning to everybody out here. Mario, Donovan McCrabb, 2:24 p.m. just past that time, just shy of 2:30 now, held in Germany. And Michael, Jeffrey, welcome in everybody being a part once again on the channel as we got basketball action. This is part of Group C action, a 4-team poll between USA, New Zealand, Greece, and Jordan. The top 2 teams will advance to the round of 16 in the FIBA World Cup tournament. And this is the first game for both of these teams in the FIBA World Cup tournament. USA rolling in their 5 exhibition games they played in August. They went 5-0 for Team USA. Last game they came from behind. They beat Germany 99-91. They trailed by 14 points at one point in the third quarter with about 4 minutes left. And Anthony Edwards, he has just been a beast throughout his World Cup exhibition games. Anthony Edwards, 37 points for Team USA. Jaren Jackson Jr. coming off a 19-point, 6-block game against Germany. Tyrese Halliburton off the bench with 17 points. Austin Reeves had 14 points off the bench. Jalen Brunson, one of the key players for Team USA, so he's leading the point guard position. Their starting lineup that they have been rolling out, I think it was ESPN with SportsCenter had a list of their 5 that I think they're going to go to for their starting lineup, but they had listed Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Brandon Ingram, Anthony Edwards, and Jaren Jackson Jr. as the starting 5 for this game. So that would mean Halliburton would come off the bench, same as Paulo Banchero. Really young Team USA squad, so it's not like the big name players, like superstar type players for Team USA. They got a lot of like the younger players, like more so like 3rd, 4th year players, I feel like, for this team, or a couple like younger players like in their 2nd season as well. Walker Kessler, youngest player on the team. Also, Anthony Edwards, only 22, but it's been in the league for a couple of years now for Edwards, but he is going to be the superstar in the squad, I feel like, for Edwards. Yeah, this should be pretty cool. If you guys are trying to watch this game is on ESPN2 right now. Yeah, it's a 12-hour difference between USA and the Philippines. So, yep, it's 8:31 right now in the Philippines at night. So this is a primetime game over in the Philippines. USA been crushing the competition in their exhibition games. So they went 5-0. They beat Puerto Rico their first game 117-74. Won against Slovenia by 30, 92-62. Slovenia did not have Luka for that game. They also won against Spain 98-88, which Spain, I looked at the Olympics rankings. They were ranked at number 1 entering the FIBA World Cup ahead of the US. US at number 2. US also won against Greece. Greece did not have Giannis playing that game 108-86, and then they come from behind, win against Germany on Sunday, 99-91. And New Zealand's got their work cut out for them in this matchup. Steven Adams, the lone player in the NBA that's played in the past with New Zealand, not available for the FIBA World Cup. So they have 0 NBA players in this New Zealand squad. They won 1-4 in exhibition in August. Their lone win came against Japan by 19 points, 94-75 back on August the 4th, but they suffered losses against Japan. That was game 1 against Japan. They won game 2 against Japan. They also lost against Canada, lost by 1 against China, and lost by 7 against Italy. So they're ranked at number 26 in the Olympic rankings, USA ranked at number 2. So I believe it said 8:40 a.m. start time. So by the way, this is going to be the earliest stream ever on the channel that they've ever covered before. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. It's been a while since I covered a basketball game, I think since the Summer League, so always good to get back into the groove once again. And yeah, it looks like the poll is going to be heavy USA for this game, since my entire audience, or majority of the audience, from USA, and then the host country, Philippines, has a huge audience too for the NBA streams. Hey, what's good? Andrew in the stream, welcome in. Yeah, it's been raining quite a bit here too. I think the rain's supposed to stop. It's supposed to be like showers off and on, but it was raining all last night. They have some awkward times for these games because Philippines is 12 hours ahead of the US, so it puts the US like in either a morning. Yeah, I'm looking at the times, either like a morning time or like in the middle of the night. Yeah, they don't have any NBA players in their team. They have a couple guys that played college basketball in the US, but like not really any big names on this New Zealand team. And all these New Zealand players, they play in the New Zealand League for basketball. They call it the NBL for them in New Zealand. Hey, what's good? Elmer in the stream. Welcome in. Glad to have you back in from the Philippines. This is actually my first time taking a look at like the scores throughout the World Cup, but I'll update you guys since we got a couple minutes before tip-off about some of these scores right now. Serbia leading big time over China, 45-27, and then Slovenia up at a half, 56-51 against Venezuela. Games that's gone final so far through group play. Dominican Republic with a victory over the Philippines, 87-81. Italy with a win over Angola, 81-67. Puerto Rico won their first game over South Sudan, 101-96. Greece with a victory in group play against Jordan, 92-71. That's the biggest competition for USA out of group play. Giannis and his Greece team able to win easily over Jordan today. So it's Jordan, New Zealand, Greece, and USA all in the same grouping. Top 2 teams advance, and we'll move on to the round of 16. This is a neutral court game, so they play this. This game's taking place in the Philippines. So this is a neutral court game. They have New Zealand, I believe, they have them listed as the bottom team for this game, and USA is the top. So even though New Zealand's country flag is dark blue, red, and white, they do go with the black jerseys for this matchup. So they have black uniforms, white numbers, white letters for Team New Zealand. Yanni Wetzel, number 7, for the center on New Zealand. He played college basketball in the USA. He played for San Diego State in 2019-2020. Yeah, Philippines is 12 hours ahead of the US, so it's right now just a little bit under 8:40 p.m. in the Philippines. So right now, yeah, I got 8:37 in the morning here, so it's 8:37 p.m. in the Philippines right now. So a couple more minutes and then we're going to start off this game. If you guys are new in the stream, feel free to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well. I'm glad to have you guys join in. Some morning basketball going on here. So happy good morning if you guys are from the U.S. Just a little shy of 8:40 a.m. when we're going to tip off in about like 2-3 minutes from now. Lithuania with a win in their first game. Same as Montenegro. That's out of Group D as Egypt and Mexico lost their first matchups. Australia picking up a victory in their first game. Same as Germany. Germany gave the U.S. a battle the last game of exhibition. I think so. I believe they do for FIBA highlights, but I'm not entirely sure, but I believe they do. Yeah, I remember when I used to look back at the Olympics website for like Olympics highlights that they were always put up for the basketball games. So yeah, I believe that FIBA would have some sort of highlight reel to look back from the game film. Wow, that's going to be the biggest win so far out of any of these games. I saw Brazil beat Iran pretty single-handedly, 100-59 in that matchup. This is actually a good grouping right here. Canada, France, Latvia, and Lebanon. France lost their first game. France played USA in the championship in the Olympics 2 years ago. And Canada right now, with a victory, same as Latvia. It's kind of shocking that France lost by that much. But Canada, I think Canada's got a pretty good team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, R.J. Barrett. What's good, Joanne in the stream? Welcome back in. Good morning out to you. Hope all is going well. So we're going to tip off a couple minutes from now in this one. Thanks all for patiently waiting, everybody. They play 10-minute quarters in FIBA. I remember covering a game similar like this in the Olympics, 10-minute quarters, and it went by pretty fast. I think it was like less than 2 hours. USA white jerseys today, blue numbers, blue letters with the red on the shoulders of the jerseys for this matchup. Jalen Brunson inside the starting five. Same as Mikal Bridges. Jaren Jackson Jr. Anthony Edwards, who poured in 37 points, a game high against Germany on Sunday. Brandon Ingram. Bridges, Ingram, Edwards, Brunson, Jackson Jr. the starting five for Team USA. Jaren Jackson Jr. coming off a 6-block game against Germany. They were down by 14 and they came back and won in that matchup. This should be a good game to get the USA going. Not much size in this New Zealand squad. USA has struggled with size as well in the rosters. We are underway, left to right on the floor as Team USA controls the opening tip. Brunson, edge of the midcourt logo. Bounce pass over to Bridges. He hands it over to Ingram. Ingram drives, kicks out to the wing. Edwards, up fake. Edwards takes the deep two, and we have a turnover here committed by USA on their first possession, so it's going to result, I believe it was on a double dribble by USA, and it will go to New Zealand for their first possession. So 20 seconds into the game, New Zealand right to left on the floor. Ruben T. Rangi, number one, floats up the shot, missed it. His teammate gets it back, though, out to a corner three. Skipped around the rim and out, missed by Finn Delaney, and USA comes up with a board. Brandon Ingram slides it over to Brunson, up faking the key. Brunson attacks the paint, floats it up, and he gets it for two. USA responds with a first bucket, Jalen Brunson. 50 seconds into action, New Zealand possession number 2. Shea Ili, number 5, over to Finn Delaney. Ili at the top, defended by Ingram. Ili drives inside the paint with a left hand. Too tall off the rim. Offensive rebound. Putbacks there, though, to clean it up for New Zealand. We're tied 2-2. First minute interaction so far. USA third possession. Ingram denied. Triple teamed inside. Missed the first shot. Tipped up. Couldn't get it back. Ball tipped out of bounds. And last touch, referees say it's off of Ingram last. So this is going to be New Zealand ball. That's a big difference between international basketball, because the USA just, nowadays, it's just you light up the points by shooting 3 after 3 after 3. Not much defense in the NBA, whereas international, what they basically just strive upon is emphasizing defense, defense, defense. Ruben Tarangi takes a 3 and he makes it. New Zealand with a 5-2 lead. 1.5 minutes so far, 8.5 left to go in the first. Brunson with possession. Brunson at the top, passes out to the right wing. Ingram sends it over to the corner. Lob down low to Jackson, and another turnover by USA here. Offensive foul picked up by the US, and it's going to result in New Zealand basketball. Jaren Jackson Jr. pushing off with possession. That's now 2 turnovers on 4 possessions for USA, and also a missed shot. New Zealand with it. 8:10 remaining in the first. Floating up at the free throw circle. That shot is well short by Ruben Tarangi for New Zealand. US with it, looking to push him. Mikal Bridges attacking inside the paint, missed the shot. And another offensive foul once again. Bridges pushing off down low on Yanni Wetzel. Wow. Yeah, they're just not used to how the referees are calling this game right now. That didn't really seem much. I thought that it was more contact on the defensive side, but the referees called it offensive foul. So, yeah, referees cracking down right now. Just what you usually get away in the NBA. Not so today in FIBA, as the jumper is good by Wetzel at the free throw circle. It's 7-2 New Zealand. This is a shocker to start. We still got a long way to go, though. 7:30 remaining in the first. And lost control of basketball. Anthony Edwards turned it over. New Zealand with numbers out on the break. Shea Ili inside the paint. Floats it up with a right hand, and he scores the layup, and it's 9-2. USA will not burn a timeout. Brunson crosses midcourt. New Zealand's got USA shaken so far. Brunson downhill to the rim. Missed the layup. Hit the front rim, and it will go right back to New Zealand with a rebound. Great defense so far by New Zealand. Finn Delaney came up with a board. Delaney backs his way, lost it, turnover. Ingram comes out with a steal. Ingram past one defender at midcourt. And a defensive foul assessed to Shea Ili to break up the transition play. Game clock will stop with 6:55 left to go in the first. That was a tough call right there, too. That could have very well been an offensive foul picked up, honestly. He did attack him at the angle, so that's why they gave the defensive foul by Ili instead. So they play 4 quarters in FIBA basketball, 10-minute quarters each. Turn around, got it for the deep 2. Brandon Ingram hits it. Brunson with the first bucket. Ingram with the second now. 5-point game, approaching 6:30 left to go in the first. New Zealand with the ball. Shea Ili, number 5, to the rim, and he scores right past Jackson, right past Brunson, and gets the left-handed layup. USA with it. Mikal Bridges. Double teamed at the top. Gets it away to Ingram. Ingram takes the 3. No good. Skipped around the rim and out, and the rebound controlled by New Zealand. Really, really slow start here for Team USA. Finn Delaney, bounce pass down low, stole it away. Nice poke loose right there. Ingram and Bridges both there, coming up with a steal. Pass ahead, miss a layup. Wild in his attack by Edwards as he goes right back to New Zealand. Skip pass, right wing. Here's a 3 transition, and Delaney drills it. 14-4 New Zealand. I would think about possibly burning timeouts here for your Team USA, because right now New Zealand's got it all together. Just defensively clamping down on USA in this matchup. And this is a night game out in the Philippines, but if this game was to be played at USA time, it would be 8:30 a.m. USA time. So it is a 12-hour difference, as the USA is 12 hours behind the Philippines. Yeah, so they do halftime. So they play 4 quarters, and they do a halftime break in between. U.S. with possession, Anthony Edwards. Hand off to Jackson, into the hands to Ingram at the right wing. Ingram moves it over to Brunson. Brunson drives a low block, floats to the shot, missed off the glass, no good. They're having a tough time getting anything to go right now as New Zealand came up with a rebound. Some great paint defense so far by Team New Zealand in this matchup, as they will slow it down, look to play their game. Shea Illy dribbles up to the free throw circle. Illy inside the key. Illy takes the jumper off the front rim, missed, and the loose ball rebound picked up by Bridges. Bridges drives downhill to the rim, and he gets fouled. Clock will stop. 5:07 left to go in the first, and there should be 2 free throws coming up here by Mikal Bridges. They're starting to pick up the tempo. I mean, props out to New Zealand in this game. USA does have a smaller type of team, and New Zealand, in terms of their size and their roster, they're not like that big in terms of size. They do have a 6'10" center, but it's just New Zealand right now giving USA a lot of trouble so far in this matchup, scoring inside the paint. And the first free throw missed at the line by Bridges. This is just an uncharacteristic start right now. New Zealand, 0 NBA players on their roster, and 10-point lead midway through the first. Second shot by Bridges, that's good. What's good, OG in the stream? Welcome back in. Hope all is good, going well. Good morning out to you, man. 5 minutes left to go in the first. New Zealand, surprising lead so far, up by 9. Ruben Tarangi, number 1, lobs it down to the low block. Isaac Fotu working on Bridges, and Bridges called on defensive contact in the foul, holding up Fotu. So that's going to be a non-shooting foul. Yeah, Fotu right there got away with a hook. Oh, yeah, that should have been offensive by Fotu. They called it, though, in a defensive foul picked up by Bridges. Hey, what's good, Warren? Good morning out to you, man. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Brandon Ingram will check out of the game right now. 3-point shot back from the inbound, missed by New Zealand, tipped up. Battle for the rebound, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by New Zealand. So it's going to be U.S. ball with 4:43 remaining in the first. Just looking for some sort of offense to generate right now. Anthony Edwards will take it up the floor. Crossing midcourt, defended by Ruben Tarangi, and Edwards lost it. Second turnover of the game today by Edwards. Isaiah Liafa, number 2, with possession, slides it on top for New Zealand over to Tarangi. Tarangi defended by Edwards, and Edwards poked it loose out of bounds. Clock will stop once again. If you're just joining us, Team USA 2 for 7 from the floor. The paint defense in New Zealand making things really difficult so far. New Zealand 6 for 12 shooting. New Zealand off the inbound. Deep range 3 straight away, and he bricked it off the back rim. Defensive rebound hauled in down the near side by Edwards. Edwards adjusting tempo, takes it to the rack, and he gets fouled. Finishing plays has been an issue too so far for USA. Edwards couldn't get the and one to go. They've had a couple opportunities today in this matchup to see if they can get the and one, as Edwards draws contact. That was charged to number 16, Toei Smith-Milner of New Zealand, who picked up the foul. Two free throws by Edwards. First one good. Team USA was around a 37.5-point favorite entering this game as well. That's going to be tough to cover right now, considering down by 8, but they were able to make a massive comeback, beat Germany on Sunday. So once they get into a groove, things start to get better and better for them. They were down at one point by 10, 14-4. They have cut it now to 7, so the second free throw is good. 4 minutes left to go in the first. New Zealand with possession. Hand off to the top to Isaiah Liafa. And a turnover committed by New Zealand. Ball gets stolen away by Bunkero. Bunkero inside the paint will draw the foul. So 2 more free throws coming up for USA. 3:51 remaining in the first. New Zealand starting to get sloppy with the basketball lately. 3 turnovers. USA picking up 3 steals. 2 of those by Ingram, and Halliburton just had the previous one for his first time on the floor. So Halliburton and Bunkero substituted in a couple minutes ago. First free throw by Paulo Bunkero, no good. Second shot, and gets it. So they missed 2 free throws so far today. 4 for 6 of the charity stripe. It looks like New Zealand will have a substitution. Number 16, Toey Smith-Milner checks out of the game. Finn Delaney coming back on the floor, number 3. .345 left to go in the first. New Zealand with possession. Attacking baseline, blocked. Bunkero comes out with a block denying Flynn Cameron. USA with it, looking to push tempo. Kick out left corner, too high in the pass. That's a turnover. Bridges just flung it over the head of Austin Reeves out of bounds. They had a great transition play right there off the block by Bunkero, but you have to stay steady out in transition, and you cannot rush the pass, and that was just flung over. Actually, that was Bunkero. Bunkero number 8, the one who flung it over. He was right next to Bridges, but yeah, Bunkero just flung it too tall over the head of Austin Reeves there. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the floor. So we head to the first timeout of the game right now. New Zealand burns the timeout. 3:34 left to go in the first. Kind of shocking early on. USA trying to wipe off the cobwebs right now. And a 12-hour difference. 8:54 p.m. in the Philippines currently. If they were playing at U.S. time, the East Coast time is 8:54 a.m. And the Pacific time is 5:54 a.m. right now. So good morning out to everybody here. If you're from the USA watching on a Saturday morning right now, if you're new on the stream, feel free to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and ring the notification bell as well. Team USA just looking to get into some sort of offensive groove going on in this game. They haven't been able to find anything so far. Only 1 3-point shot attempted. They made 13 threes against Germany on Sunday. 0 for 1 from the perimeter. Everything that they're trying to do has been inside, but New Zealand doing a great job with paint defense, denying them. Back from the timeout as New Zealand has it down low with Illy, number 5, and Illy turned it over for New Zealand. So that is a turnover there, and this will go back to USA. US with possession. Bunkero on the floor with Mikal Bridges, Austin Reeves, Cam Johnson first time today, and Josh Hart as well. The pass down low, thrown down, but with a slam dunk there, as that is Bunkero for 2. So we'll see if the adjustments are made coming back from this timeout, as the U.S. had a really slow start in the first 7 minutes of action at the right wing with Finn Delaney for New Zealand. The lob goes back to Delaney now, working on Hart. Pivot move down low, blocked by Bunkero. Second block of the game by Bunkero. Pass up the floor over to Reeves out of transition, and Reeves missed the layup with a putback there for 2 by Halliburton. U.S. is coming right now. They were trailing by 10. They're on a run of an 8-zip run. 2:30 left to go in the first. New Zealand stuck around the perimeter. The pass flung inside, and a whistle and an offensive foul picked up either way by New Zealand. That's probably the better call for them, because the U.S. had intercepted that pass, but the whistle was blown right before that. Yeah, number 42 down low for New Zealand. Isaac Fotu, the guilty party, hooking a player for the U.S. So United States with it. Banchero, kick out to the corner, up fake, baseline drive, backdoor layup, no good, tipped up, Banchero could not complete the rebound, it goes back to New Zealand. 2:10 remaining in the first. Flynn Cameron, bounce past the left elbow. Number 7 has it with Yanni Wetzel. Wetzel draws the foul. It's going to be charged to Cam Johnson. Thanks so much for the update there. So we got Serbia up at the half over China, 55-34. There's also another game going on between Slovenia and Venezuela. Slovenia, late stage of the third quarter, leading Venezuela 77-63. 2 minutes left to go in the first here. Shea Illy off the inbound, crossover at the left wing, bounce pass down low and rejected by the bottom part of the backboard was Yanni Wetzel. USA back with the basketball. Minute 45 left to go in the first. Tyrese Halliburton swings it out to the left wing. Johnson takes the three, missed off the back rim, no good. USA yet to make a three today in this game, 0 for 2 from the perimeter. Finn Delaney inside the key, attacks the paint with a right hand, scores right past Josh Hart for 2. Hey, what's good? Landon on the stream. Welcome back in, man. Hope your summer's going well. Cam Johnson towards his right finds Reeves. Reeves out fake, drives inside the key, and lost it. Loose ball is still available. U.S. picks it up and they score. +1 through the contact. Paulo Banchero will shoot one at the free throw line. A botched possession right there. Austin Reeves lost it between 2 New Zealand players. They couldn't come down with it. Banchero came up with a loose ball underneath the hoop. Put it up, put it through. +1 coming up in the charity stripe. Hustle plays just like that. One shot to draw one and one by Banchero. And he's the top player so far in this game with 5 points. The free throw, no good. Missed rim short. And the U.S. called on a foul as well. So it looks like over the back call picked up by USA on the rebound. So this will be New Zealand possession. Yeah, Steve Kerr wondering about that call right there on the floor. A little different compared to how they're refereeing the game here in FIBA compared to the U.S. Usually a more offensive type of game for USA basketball when it comes to the NBA, whereas they're getting a taste of defensive ball in this one with New Zealand 16-14 in the final minute of the first quarter. Corner three, that was set up as a prayer over the rim, no good, missed by New Zealand. Lob, transition, tried to throw it down. Huge rejection right there as Cam Johnson goes down hard, and he is in pain right now on the floor. I believe the referee has called it a blocking foul by New Zealand, but hopefully Cam Johnson's able to get up and be alright right now as he took a hard fall going up for the alley-oop slam and got rejected going up. Austin Reeves transition on the pass over to Johnson. Johnson double team got blocked by Delaney, and another player in there for New Zealand on an alley-oop opportunity. Illy and Delaney both there in transition, denying Cam Johnson, and Cam Johnson fell down hard. Got spun around. Oof. Fell down hard in that right arm. I don't like the way that he fell down right there in the right arm of Cam Johnson. 48.8 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And that's what you need to avoid in these games is any type of injury going into the NBA season. Come October, just can't happen like that when it happens to a good player, starting type player, or role player in the past with Cam Johnson. He is up on his feet though, shooting free throws. The first one's good. Second free throw by Johnson down the middle. That's a tough man right there. It looked like a terrible fall, but he's still playing right now. Wow. So Cam Johnson playing through it right now. .45 seconds left to go in the first. New Zealand with possession. Crossing midcourt, Finn Delaney. Hand off to Jordan Natai, number 20. 30 seconds left to go. 8 in the shot clock for New Zealand. Driving inside the paint, and Boncaro alters another shot again. And Reeves comes up with a basketball. Tie game, and USA looking to take the lead here. 20 seconds left to go. 2-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out the first. Top of the key at Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton dish out to the wing. Reeves with some space takes the three. Makes the three by Austin Reeves. Late surge in the first quarter. Austin Reeves with a great ball fake right there. Able to find an open perimeter at the wing. Attacking inside the paint. Scoop and score. Up and in off the backboard with a left hand by Taylor Britt, number 4 for New Zealand. As we close out at the end of the first quarter, USA leads 19-18 against New Zealand after one. Great close competitive game so far as USA just trying to shake the cobwebs off in this matchup right now. Kind of unexpected how we've seen USA coming into this game on the line, but they do have a younger type of team this year for Team USA for their World Cup roster. If you're new in the stream, feel free to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and ring the notification bell as well if you guys are new here on the stream. Portis has been on the Bucks for him. Yeah, before that, before Milwaukee, he was on a couple teams, the Knicks and the Wizards, and then Chicago. Yeah, he was on Chicago for quite some time, so he's been on Milwaukee for multiple years now, and before that was on Chicago, and then I think he had brief stints with the Knicks and the Wizards, maybe just 1 year for both of those. Hey, what's good? Rick on the stream. Welcome in. Glad to have you back in. Yeah, that would be cool sometime to cover a UConn women's game. First quarter takeaway, Paulo Boncaro with a great first quarter. 5 points, had 2 blocks, 3 rebounds. He's the top scorer, top shot blocker, top rebounder after one. Austin Reeves with a nice 3-point shot he made in the final minute left to go in the first. That helps out a ton. Back from a timeout as New Zealand has possession. New Zealand will take a 3. New Zealand makes the 3 from the top of the key. Ruben T. Rangi, number 1, delivers, and it's 21-19 New Zealand. Halliburton, Johnson, Bobby Portis with his first playing time today. Anthony Edwards, Austin Reeves, the starting 5. Pass off to the backdoor cutter. That's a layup. Good for 2. Bobby Portis, first time on the board tonight. 21-21, 9:20 remaining in the second. Shea Illy will slow down the tempo. New Zealand wants to play their game, just long drawn-out possessions. Here's a 3. That one goes over the rim and picked up by Edwards on the battle for the basketball. Edwards attacking inside the paint, and hard foul picked up by New Zealand. This should be sending Anthony Edwards to the free throw line shooting 2, and this will send Shea Illy towards the bench. So Anthony Edwards yet to score a field goal in this game today. He's got 2 points, both to the free throw line. Perfect 2 for 2. Make it 3 for 3 as he hits the first. Yeah, New Zealand's done a good job just stopping all dribble drive penetration in this game by Team USA. Really just has been able to stack the box. Edwards makes the second one. 9 minutes left to go in the second. Taylor Britt. Bounce pass over to number 3, Finn Delaney. Floats up a right-handed turnaround hook inside. A key missed off the back rim. Portis came up with a rebound. Edwards outside. Touch pass. Johnson. Reeves. Baseline drive. Wraparound gets fouled. A lot of free throws so far for the U.S. as Austin Reeves will have 2 coming up at the line. Getting to the rim and drawing fouls right now in this game. It's been a specialty for USA. They're now 8 for 11 at the free throw line. They just can't finish these plays. If they're finishing their layups through contact, then you're looking at a much bigger lead right now. Probably like a double-digit lead if they're able to finish all those plays with a bucket plus the foul. But no, they've been able to go to the free throw line constantly with 2 shots instead of 1. Shea Illy for New Zealand. He has 3 personal fouls. Isaiah Leafa with 2 off the bench. A bunch of players with 1 personal foul each for New Zealand. First free throw is good by Reeves. Second shot by Reeves right down the middle. I think what it's going to take is like a big shot, like a 3-point shot made to pull away and say goodbye for this matchup for good. 25-21, New Zealand with possession as they drive inside the paint. Missed the layup, tipped up, and the rebound collected by USA with Johnson. Kick to the corner. Portis up fake. Open 3 from the corner. Off the back rim, he missed. He had a pretty good look at it, though, wide open. Outlet pass. Intercepted right back by Portis. Great job to get back in transition defense. Here's a 3. Edwards skidded off the rim. Johnson tried to save it. Couldn't, though, as it went on the bounce. Exactly what I pointed out to. If they're able to make a 3-point shot here, it would just be able to send all the confidence through the roof for the squad. But they've only been able to make 1 so far through Austin Reeves. It goes a long way right now because New Zealand wants to slow down the basketball, and they don't have that luxury anymore, trailing by 4. 8 minutes left to go before halftime. New Zealand with it. Leafa passes to Tarangi. Deep range 3, and he connects on it by Ruben Tarangi at the left wing. Portis has it now at the low block. He backs his way in. Wetzel slides it out to the top over to Halliburton. Skip pass, left corner, open 3, catch and fire. Cam Johnson bricked it. Off the back rim, missed. Another great look for USA and just cannot convert on their 3-point shots. Towie Smith-Milner, number 16. Sends it over to Ruben Tarangi, number 1. 7:20 left to go before halftime. Tarangi defended by Halliburton. Drives inside the paint on Halliburton. Scoop score. Up and off the backboard, and New Zealand takes the lead. USA looking for a clearance here, and a quick whistle picked up by... It's going to be on USA. Oh, they called a timeout. So USA called a timeout when they had a 2-on-1 fast break with an easy layup. And looked like there was a timeout called by Team USA to talk things over. So New Zealand, shocking here. They have the lead 26-25. 7:15 remaining before halftime as we take the timeout. Wow. Missing threes. 1 for 6 from 3-point range. In the past couple opportunities, they've had some clear looks from the corner, just haven't been able to connect on those so far. Nobody has really been able to take over this game. Anthony Edwards yet to make a field goal so far. 4 points by him. The starter's just been lackluster. Most of the scoring coming from the bench. 9 of the 25 points coming from U.S. starters. 4 by Edwards, 2 each by Brunson and Ingram, and then 1 point by Bridges. Jaren Jackson Jr. yet to attempt a shot so far in the game. Bunkero and Reeves tied for the top scorer, both with 5 points. New Zealand has 11 points by Ruben Tarangi. 4 for 7 shooting, 3 for 4 from 3. So he is the top scorer by far in this game. We come back from the timeout. 7:10 left to go before halftime. U.S. with possession. Halliburton moves it out to the left wing over to Edwards. Edwards dribbles towards his right around the perimeter. Pass over to Halliburton, right wing. Step back three in the air. Got it. Tyrese Halliburton lights it up, and the U.S. take the lead by 2. Under 7 minutes left to go before halftime. New Zealand with the ball being pressured towards the half-court logo. Now the attack inside the paint, blocked by Reeves. Austin Reeves blocking. Ruben Tarangi right there as here goes the U.S. Oh, nice Euro step right to the cup and scores, blowing past the defense by Anthony Edwards. Defense translates into offense, and now New Zealand will burn a quick timeout about 35 seconds after we picked up the game once again from the previous timeout. Just like that, USA, 3-point shot made, and then a block led to a 2 out in transition. Tyrese Halliburton, he has got 5 points as well. So 15 combined between Halliburton, Banchero, and Reeves. Half of the points from the trio. And obviously that's a big key for the U.S. It's in terms of depth, which if they can't get much going from their starters, which Anthony Edwards is the top scorer right now. He scored the last layup, blew past the defense. Edwards at 6. And that's a slow start for Edwards right now, with just 6 points before halftime. Everybody else has got 2-1 or 0 for the starting 5 for USA. But in terms of bench, players stepping up off the bench like Portis or Halliburton, Banchero, and Reeves, those 3 guys with 5. That's certainly helpful. Hey, what's good, Rogelio? Welcome back in the stream. Hope all is going well. Back from the timeout. 6:39 left to go before halftime. If you're new in the stream, feel free to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and glad to have you guys join in today. FIBA World Cup basketball group play action with Game 1 between USA and New Zealand. 10 of the 30 coming off the fast break so far by the U.S. New Zealand with the ball. Step back 3 in the air, straight away. Oh, they hit it. New Zealand draws with a 1 off a step back 3 from the top of the key. The U.S. dangerous there to inbound as they were tiptoeing their backcourt. And New Zealand did poke it out, so it's going to stay USA basketball, I believe. 6:11 left to go before halftime, or will it not? Trying to see who's going to get the inbound here. Clarification on the inbound. Who will get the inbounds? And it's going to be New Zealand. So the U.S. did turn it over all the way in their backcourt at their baseline. Here's a 3 taken by New Zealand, deep range, and missed off the front rim. Fotu got knocked down from behind, going up for the rebound. That's a foul. So Team USA commits a foul. That's Mikal Bridges who came up with a foul trying to box out Fotu. 6:07 remaining before halftime, and underneath their hoop, New Zealand gets the inbound, up fake, corner, 3 at the right corner, skidded off the rim, no good, missed by Tarangi. Ruben Tarangi, though, with 11 points, leading the way for New Zealand. 6 minutes left to go before half. Brunson back in the game, dish out to the top. Here's a 3 from the top of the key, missed off the mark by Edwards. He had a look right there, straight away catch and fire, just well too short. New Zealand loves to play the game to slow down the basketball. That's what they're going to do right now. Control tempo. Flynn Cameron drives inside the paint. Cameron, turn around, low block. Around the rim and out. Offensive rebound. Altered at the rim. No good. Great job to stay with it defensively there for USA as the United States have it back. Edwards, crossover, lost it, turns it over. Near side of the floor, burst the speed. Isaiah Liafa driving to the rim. Missed the layup. No good off the front rim. Tipped out of bounds. And last touch by New Zealand. This has been just a tough, gritty battle right now, and New Zealand up to the challenge. Pool play in Group C. Greece and Jordan part of the bracket as well. Top 2 teams out of this group advance over to the round of 16. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day there, Jeffrey. 5:10 left to go before halftime. United States only up by 1 with possession. Jalen Brunson, bounce pass down low. Jaren Jackson Jr., first shot attempt of the game. Posters up, and he scores off the turnaround inside the key for 2. That's what I like to see them use more. Just utilize the big man down low. He's got the size in this matchup, 6'10". Second tallest player in the team behind Bobby Portis at 6'11". Missed shot down low. Off the back room by Finn Delaney. USA with possession, looking to change tempo up the floor. They score in a fast break for 2 more. Mikal Bridges attacks inside, and he gets to the drop. Fast break has been key so far in this matchup for USA. New Zealand with the possession. 4.5 left to go before halftime. The lob goes to Yanni Wetzel. Played basketball at San Diego State for his collegiate career, and Wetzel missed it off the glass. He was fouled, though, from behind. The referees get Jaren Jackson Jr. on the blocking foul, and that'll be his first today, picked up for a personal. Oh, man, sorry to hear that, Jeffrey. I hope things will be better for you, man. So sorry to hear about your loss there. Two free throws by New Zealand. Wetzel on the first one. First one missed off the back rim. Second shot by Wetzel. Right down the middle. 4-point game. Mikal Bridges, the lone player for Team USA in foul trouble. He has 3 personal fouls. Brunson takes it past midcourt on the floor with Austin Reeves, Anthony Edwards, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Brandon Ingram. The handoff goes over to Edwards, towards his left, dribbles around the perimeter. Edwards at the top of the free throw circle, takes the jumper, deep 2, connects on it. Anthony Edwards starting to get into a rhythm right now, leading the way for USA with 8 points. 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Inside the paint, another foul picked up by the United States as Finn Delaney gets contacted hard. Goes down into hardwood, and this will stop the clock again with 4 minutes. First one's good at the line by Delaney. Second shot by Delaney, skidded off the rim, no good. A rebound collected by Ingram. Brandon Ingram slides it out to the right wing off to Brunson. Brunson inside the key. Brunson looking for something, moves it over to Reeves at the left wing. The defense clamping down to Jalen Brunson in this matchup. Brunson just 2 points so far, 1 for 3 shooting. And a reach and foul assessed to New Zealand. .347 left to go before halftime, and this will be a USA inbound underneath their hoop. Brunson, the inbound passer. Puts it into the hands to Edwards at the left wing. Edwards dribbles towards his right now at the edge of the midcourt logo. Edwards dribbles up, takes the 3. Around the rim and out, no good. A rebound controlled by Delaney. 3.5 left to go before halftime. Delaney sends it over to Isaiah Liafa. Top of the key for Liafa, working on Reeves. Liafa takes the 3 from straight away, and he hits it. Isaiah Liafa puts New Zealand with a 2 right now, 36-34. New Zealand finding success with a 3 ball in this matchup. They are now 6 for 13 at 46% from the perimeter. Team USA just 3 for 10. Reeves will take a 3. He's made 1. Make it 2. Austin Reeves, bang, bang from downtown. Gotta love that. Bench points for Team USA. Austin Reeves, 8 points, tied for the top scorer with Anthony Edwards. Ooh, collision. Offensive foul. Jordan Natai colliding with Austin Reeves. It's a turnover committed by New Zealand. They were looking to hand it off around the perimeter, just mistimed the handoff. And then Austin Reeves trying to come around the screen, just boom. Right into Natai. Finn Delaney picks up his third personal foul. Quick update right now on the New Zealand foul trouble. 3 each by Shea Ilian, Finn Delaney, and then 2 personal fouls by 2 other players, Wetzel and Liafa. So they are in some deep foul trouble right now in this first half by New Zealand, as the U.S. making things even worse for New Zealand as Jaren Jackson Jr. gets fouled underneath, and that's by Tarangi. Two shots coming up at the free throw line for the U.S. by Jaren Jackson Jr. United States getting a ton of looks today at the free throw line. 15 attempts. The first one's good. "12 out of the 15 they've made so far today for the U.S. They haven't missed a free throw lately. 80% currently at the free throw line. The second one's good. Been a tougher game than usual in the first half for the USA, but New Zealand hanging in right now. 7-point game, 2.5 left to go before halftime. Finn Delaney hands it off to his teammate, drives down low, and instead of going in for the layup, Tarangi decided to pass it. Got stolen away, and a pass ahead over to Reeves in the outlet too long. So back-to-back turnovers quickly. New Zealand has it back. Out to the top, over to Tarangi. Now it's Wetzel. Wetzel inside low block, working on Jackson. Jackson altered it, missed off the backboard, no good, as Edwards came up with the basketball. 2 minutes left to go before halftime. Anthony Edwards, 8 total points, tied with Reeves, the top scorer. Lob down low. Jackson throws it down. Two-handed jam. They will not count it, though, or will they? I do not believe so. No, they will not. The foul committed before the dunk attempt by Jaren Jackson Jr. Yanni Wetzel commits the personal foul, holding up Jackson, and Wetzel will have to take a seat on the bench as he goes right over to the bench area, and he picks up his third personal foul. So deep foul trouble in the first half by New Zealand. 3 players with 3 personal fouls each. Another player with 2. This will be 2 more free throws. That's how the USA has been able to earn their stripes today at the free throw line, and the first one's good. 16 attempts, they made 13 free throws so far. Second shot, right down the middle, good by Jaren Jackson Jr. So in the NBA, a player is allowed to have 6 fouls before he's ejected from the game. In FIBA, it's different. FIBA is 5. And they have 3 players right now with 3 personal fouls in the final 2 minutes before halftime, as New Zealand lost it in their backcourt, able to pick it up. Down by 9, largest deficit for New Zealand. Inside a key, and missed the shot, and we got bodies colliding. Heavy contact down low. A player for the U.S. went down. And number 20, Jordan Natai, took it into a group of defenders, and he gets called into offensive foul. This Jaren Jackson Jr., the one who went down hard. Let's see, Brunson took the charge. Yup, Brunson, tough shoulder right there, took the charge. Oh, man, Brunson took a shoe from Jackson. Jackson got tripped up over Brunson as Brunson came flying back into Jackson, and good to see both of them are okay on their feet right now, back playing for this possession. Austin Reeves with possession at the left wing. 1.5 minutes left to go. Jackson receives the pass. Spin move down low. Floats it up. No good. He did score, but they're going to wave it off. Offensive foul. Offensive foul committed by Jaren Jackson Jr. So we'll go right back to New Zealand. Taking the blows in this game right now. Isaac Fotu takes the charges. We've seen a plethora of fouls here. Yeah, just lowering the shoulder right into the upper chest area of Fotu, and Fotu taking a charge, taking one for the team. 15 personal fouls in the first half by New Zealand, just 7 by the USA. 1:20 left to go before half. Ruben Tarangi Moves it on top over to Flynn Cameron. Cameron kick to the corner and airmail to pass out of bounds. Turnover by New Zealand. This game's starting to get out of reach right now for New Zealand, and they've played a slow it down type of game, and now they're down by 9 in uncharted territory for them right now compared to how they want to play this game. You're going to have to rush more to be able to get quicker possessions against this USA squad, and that has not been the case right now. US denied. Anthony Edwards couldn't finish in the layup. Here's a 3 in transition. Off the back rim, missed by Tarangi, tipped up to United States for the board. 2-on-1 in the fast break, soaring up, finishing for 2, plus the contact. And the foul. Anthony Edwards out in transition with an and 1 opportunity coming up. Brandon Ingram with an assist as he laid it up and in. Plus the contact over Ruben Tarangi. Now the USA are rolling. Down by 10 at 1 point, 14-4. United States leads 45-34. Anthony Edwards, first one to double figures for USA. He's got 10. Free throw, no good. A round and out. 40 seconds left to go before halftime. It was a slower start than usual in this game for the United States, but now they found their groove. At the low block with Hiram Harris, number 22. Bounce pass down low into his teammate. That is Isaac Fotu, who scores with a left-handed layup. Shot clock turned off. 20 seconds remaining before halftime. Jalen Brunson. Final possession crosses midcourt. Game clock down to 12 seconds. Brunson at the right wing perimeter. Working on one defender against Flynn Cameron. Brunson attacks inside the paint. Low block, floats it up, no good. Too strong off the glass. Rebound with 2 seconds left. New Zealand. Here's a jumper at the buzzer. No good, crossing midcourt. And we close out at the end of the first half. It's USA 45, New Zealand 36. Slower start than usual for Team USA. They could not get much going early on in this game as New Zealand's defense made it tough, but they started to attack, get New Zealand into foul trouble. And right now, that's been the difference maker in this game. New Zealand's not nearly as deep as USA by far, and the starters in some deep foul trouble right now for New Zealand. 3 personal fouls each by 3 out of the 5 starters. 2 other players with 2 personal fouls for New Zealand. And that's been the issue so far in this game, is finally Anthony Edwards has got into a groove. He leads the way, 10 points for Team USA. Austin Reeves, couple big 3-point shots he has made. He's been great off the bench with 8 points. 6 points by Jaren Jackson Jr. He's made 4 of those as free throws. And then 5 each by Halliburton and Bunkero. Hey, what's good, Behind the Arc fan? Welcome back in the stream. Hope all is going well, brother. So if you guys are new in the stream, feel free to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well, if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. And yeah, this is the earliest stream I've ever covered in the history of the channel before. So since we're at halftime right now, I'm going to insert one of these ads here for a quick ad for you guys, and once that happens, we'll be back in for halftime, and eventually the second half will be coming up soon. So I'm just going to go over some of the scores going on right now throughout FIBA. Yeah, this is like a different time. This is actually a Saturday for me. It started at 8:30 in the morning, my time. Usually there's never like sport events going on that early. If so, it's probably like an Olympic event, which figures as a world basketball event that it's this early. I think it's this one that is the earliest that I've ever covered a game before. Yeah, I believe it's this one. It's been the earliest stream. If this game hadn't been happening, I think there was a college basketball game from like Black Friday a couple of years ago that was on like at 10 or 11 in the morning. Yeah, it was Gonzaga against Auburn, if I'm not mistaken. And that was the year that Auburn had like graduated a bunch of seniors the year after that, and they had like a ton of freshmen on their team. And oh yeah, that was the Gonzaga year that they went undefeated until they ran into Baylor in the national championship game. So the Gonzaga team with Jalen Suggs on it. Hey, what's good, Naum on the stream? Welcome in, Brandon. Welcome on board. Yeah, I see. Canada's been doing really well. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and the Canadian squad. Yeah, I was shocked to see in that group that France had got crushed in their first game. Canada destroyed France 95-65. France played in the Olympic Championship um, 2 years ago. Yeah, they are thin in the front court because I was watching. I think it was Sports Center. They were talking about it earlier. How like it's they don't have like much size as like USA teams in the past do for the United States. We could see that early on. They're having a lot of trouble like scoring buckets inside the key, like finishing plays. They haven't been able to finish a lot of their looks today. Yeah, so he was born in the U.S., but he's of Dominican heritage for Carl Anthony Towns. So he chose the Dominican national team. I got here, I'm looking at his Wikipedia page, so it says that he was named to the Dominican Republic national team back when he was 16 years old. He got his start for Dominican Republic. Yeah, I think was the case with Paulo Banchero. I think he could have picked Italy too if he wanted to play for Team Italy because he comes from like his roots with his background from Italian nationality, but he chose Team USA over Italy. Yeah, that's interesting. Kyle Anderson playing for Team China. I did not know that. So yeah, so if you have like nationality roots there, like if you have like family members that came over from like a certain country. Yeah, so it does say that he is an American Chinese basketball player for Kyle Anderson. Yeah, I never thought about that until now. Rui Hachimura, with his roots on Japan, playing for Team Japan, is I think they're showing some of the highlights from Japan. Yeah, Reeves is looking really good so far. Oh, these are like 2019 tape that they got on right now during halftime, like a highlight reel, the best plays from like 2019. They just showed Jalen Brown back in 2019 against Japan. Yeah, that's right. So last race of the regular season. Yeah, I went up to the Cup race about like a little over a month ago. The one up in New Hampshire I went to. It's on a Monday. This game certainly has gone by fast so far. Usually like duration of these games are about 2 hours because they play just 40 total minutes. So they do just 10 minute quarters. So it's not the typical 48 that you see in the NBA. 40 minutes in FIBA basketball. Second half, the U.S. should be able to run away with this thing right now. New Zealand's in a ton of foul trouble at this moment. They have three players that's starters with three personal fouls each. Another two players with two personal fouls each. One of those is a starter. Hey, what's good? Uncle Earl in the stream. Welcome in. Sounds good right there this morning. Yeah, they just really need that physical type of player that just gets these guys motivated, gets these guys going. Yeah, they just don't have that type of vet on the roster. Just super young roster compared to past years. They're the oldest player is Josh Hart. He's 28 years old. Bobby Portis 28 years old. Um, yeah, just incredibly young team. Hey, what's good? Mario on the stream. Welcome back in. Best of luck today. Going out to work. Oh, that was bad. Yeah, they couldn't even get to 80 total yards in that game. That was rough. Man, I cannot believe all the people that like said that like Bailey Zappi would be like competing for the starting job against Mac Jones, and that was just a rough preseason for Bailey Zappi. He got reamed out yesterday. Missed two passes to Malik Cunningham that he should have connected on, and just completely missed on those. And then J.J. Taylor, to sum it all up, J.J. Taylor tried to return a punt that had been punted into the end zone, and he decided to return the punt, slipped in the middle of the end zone, and he got to the 1 yard line. Like, clearly should have just let it bounce in the end zone. Yeah. Yeah, it's an issue when determining like the value of players for the Patriots, that they're just unwilling to give the guys the big bucks. Like that's been happening constantly throughout the years, throughout the front office. Even like within the organization too, or so. So we get back to action. USA with the basketball first inside the key, off the turnaround, and that shot goes down. Jaren Jackson Jr. scores the first bucket as we start off quarter number 3. New Zealand with a lob down low, deflected up in the air, and the referees will blow a whistle right here. This is on New Zealand, so refs will call it on New Zealand for a turnover inside the key. Pushing off, it will go back to USA. USA looking for more. Here's a 3. Taken. Edwards got it. His foot might have been on the 3-point line. We'll take a look and see. It's going to be rolled a deep 2. So he did have his front foot on the 3-point line. Rolled a deep 2. USA by 13. Ruben Tarangi, number 1, has possession at the left wing. He is working on Brandon Ingram. Inside the key now as the shot gets floated up, and Finn Delaney gets the bucket. 49-38, attacking inside the paint, and Edwards got denied. Backside defense there at the rim for New Zealand as they go in transition. Couldn't score. The putback is good, and they will count it plus the foul. So a lot of contact down there, and Jaren Jackson Jr. got tangled up with a player from New Zealand out in transition. Yeah, he went down, and then the bucket they were able to clean up. They were able to put it back up and in for New Zealand. So 49-40. One shot here at the free throw line by Shea Illy. And the free throw is good. So it's only an 8-point game right now. Things getting rather interesting. Look like the U.S. with the 2 quick buckets to start off the third quarter. We're going to pull away for good, but not just yet. Says Team New Zealand as Brandon Ingram has possession. Ingram drives inside the paint at the mid-block, puts up the shot. That's well short. Gets his own rebound back. Kick out to the corner. Open three by Brunson. Got it. Second chance points right there. Ingram able to come up with his own offensive rebound. And Brunson just wide open left corner. The lob down low. A little bit of open space there for New Zealand as they will draw the contact and the foul. And that's on Ingram. That's on Jackson for the blocking foul. Hey, what's good, Charlize? Welcome back in the stream. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, best of luck with the assist prop there for Brunson over 4.5. Yeah, so right now Brunson's at 4 assists, and Edwards yet to connect on a 3. Really, really close in the last shot that he made, but they have rolled it a deep 2. So he's still got 0 3-point shots made. First one good. At the line there for New Zealand. And Jaren Jackson Jr. has to take a seat on the bench now with 3 personal fouls. Mikal Bridges, by the way, is 4. Second free throw and missed off the mark. So Tarangi split the free throws. 8-10 left to play. USA by 10. Edwards takes it up the floor. Edwards at the left wing, sends it on top. Up fake. Ingram drives inside the paint, and we're going to have a Team USA foul. Turnover right back over to New Zealand. Offensive foul committed by Brandon Ingram. Actually, they're gonna get him on the they got him on the travel before that. There was contact going at the rim. They got him on the travel, actually. So, no offensive foul. They got him on the travel before that, though. Missed 3 by Shea Illy. Tipped up and tipped to the top of the backboards out of bounds. So, New Zealand can't convert on their possession. This has been a choppy game right now. Just nothing really going on with the flow in this game currently. Hey, what's good, Bradley? Welcome back in the stream, man. We got 7:40 left to go in the third. U.S. looking to get something going here. They were trailing early, 14-4. They were down. There's a jumper to baseline connecting by Banchero. Anthony Edwards with an assist. Ruben Tarangi for New Zealand sends it on top over to Illy. And again, we'll have a whistle here. This time it goes in the defense. Defensive foul committed by Ingram. Brandon Ingram's had a tough game today. Just 2 total points throughout. Bounce pass off the roll down. Yanni Wetzel scores in the layup. It's a 10-point game. Yeah, Austin Reeves has been pretty solid so far. Anthony Edwards, nice skip pass to the corner. Bridges missed the 3. So I'd say Anthony Edwards, once again, looking great. Austin Reeves having a great game. And Paulo Banchero, early on, he's been playing pretty well. Also, backing his way down low. Finn Delaney, offensive foul, lowers the boom right into Jalen Brunson. Brunson takes the charge. And, wow. Got away with one there. Wow. Refs called it offensive on Finn Delaney as 4th. Yeah. A big flop by Brunson there. Lucky that they got that call to go their way. New Zealand's in a lot of foul trouble. Brunson sends it over to Edwards. Edwards inside the paint, and that will go down. Either way, it should have been a goaltend if it had been touched over the cylinder, but he got it for 2 either way. So, great start here in the FIBA World Cup. Anthony Edwards, top scorer with 14 right now. Reeves behind him off the bench with 8. Jackson's got 8. And Banchero's got 7 with 2 blocks. Those are the top players for USA. 6.5 left to go in the third. New Zealand with possession. Tarangi moves it out to the edge of the midcourt logo. Shea Illy, his pass goes cross court. Up fake by Natai. Illy with a 3, and Illy drills it. His buckets keeping New Zealand in the game, and they shot the ball pretty well from the perimeter so far today. Just under 39%. Brunson gets past the defender, scores right past Illy underneath. The shot floated up, missed off the front rim by Wetzel. Back it goes to the United States. Edwards driving straight line downhill, and that's going to be a blocking foul. That's Hiram Harris, the guilty party, number 22. Anthony Edwards just using his speed to drive right past Harris. Harris couldn't get his body out in front. Had to get him at the side, tried to defend him, and clearly just clobbered Edwards. So 2 shots here by Edwards. First one, no good. And the second shot is well missed, so they go empty that trip at the free throw line. 5.5 left to go in the third. They have been pretty solid throughout this game on free throws. There were a couple misses early on, but other than that, they went into halftime around 80% shooting, but just Edwards, uncharacteristic, missed both of them. And New Zealand tears it over. Passing off the roll down, couldn't haul it in cleanly, was Isaac Fotu in between a double team inside the key. That's one that New Zealand definitely wants to have back right there. Anthony Edwards will check out of the game now, and USA is going to get something going offensively without Edwards on the floor. Austin Reeves will come in. Reeves been a great spark so far today. Hit a brilliant three-point shot at one point in the first half off the ball fake. Down low, Reeves feeds it over to the baseline, and that's going to be charged to Banchero, it looks like. Steve Kerr looking for a blocking call, and I believe, yeah. Okay, so yeah, they will send Banchero to the free throw line, so they were correct. So that was a blocking foul picked up by Hiram Harris. So they set up USA's side here for the free throws, and Banchero makes the first one. Second shot's good. USA +5 in the glass, 28-23. It hasn't really been a monstrous rebounding type game going up against New Zealand today, as that shot goes too tall off the glass, missed by Flynn Cameron for New Zealand. They come up with an offensive rebound, though. New Zealand has it at the left wing. Jordan Entai lost it. Reeves comes out with a steal. Reeves transition right to the rim. He scores up and in off the backboard. 2 points there for USA, and a timeout taken by New Zealand. 4:37 left to go in the third quarter. Austin Reeves taking it away from behind. Just couldn't handle it cleanly with Jordan Entai around the perimeter. Great awareness to scoop up the loose ball by Reeves and takes it right home to the rack. He's had a great showing so far. Solid end of last year for Austin Reeves, taking it right into FIBA, and he becomes the second U.S. player in double figures. 10 points by Reeves today on just 4 attempted shots. Perfect from the perimeter, 2 for 2. Also at the free throw line, 5 total assists, having a great game by Austin Reeves. I get the stats over on the ESPN website. They don't have the minutes column for some reason in this game. Okay, yep, I got them up over here. So FIBA's got the minutes column up. So Austin Reeves has only played around 12.5 minutes today, but he is the top plus minus on the floor in this game. Plus 19 currently by Reeves. Just having a tremendous effect on why USA is up right now, winning this game through 10 points, 5 assists. Came up with a great steal. He's got 2 steals tonight. If you're new in the stream, feel free to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well as we get back to action right now. 4:30 left to go in the third quarter. New Zealand trailing by 15, the largest deficit in the game. Ranked at number 36 in the Olympics FIBA rankings for basketball. And New Zealand commits an offensive foul. An illegal screen trying to clear the pathway there, so it will take off the 2 points and a made layup. It's still 62-47. 5 in the floor for USA. Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, Austin Reeves, Paulo Banchero, and Josh Hart. Reeves at the left wing, 10 in the shot clock. Reeves puts the ball into the hands of Banchero, hands it off to Reeves. 5 in the shot clock. Reeves, top of the free throw circle. Reeves takes the jumper, deep 2, got it. Splash as he makes it by Austin Reeves in the 18-footer. 12 points up to now for Reeves. New Zealand, kick to the corner. Outside it goes over to Cameron Flynn. The ball movement out to the left wing. Here's a 3. As it went off the back iron, there was a foul though. And that is charged to USA. The clock will stop with 3:47. So 2 free throws coming up by New Zealand. Towie Smith-Milner makes the first free throw. He played college basketball at Polk State out in Florida in 2014-2015. Junior college program. 0 NBA players make up this New Zealand roster. It was on a 3-point shot that he was fouled, so he will have a 3rd free throw upcoming. Second one's good. Free throw number 3. That is good as well. 14-point game with just above 3.5 minutes left to go in the third. U.S. with possession. Halliburton sends it out to his right over to Reeves. Reeves with 12 points behind Edwards, the top scorer for USA with 14. Reeves passes inside and intercepted. Isaiah Liafa comes up with a steal in the key. Ruben Tarangi dumps it down over to his teammate Isaac Fotu. Tarangi, bounce pass, kicked ball. The clock will stop. .319 left to go in the third as New Zealand has possession. Shea Ili, guarded by Banchero, top of the key. Bounce pass down low, pivot, puts it up and scores. Isaac Fotu, good for 2. Down inside the low post. Banchero will handle it now for USA. 3 minutes left to play in the third. Banchero dribbles up, takes the jumper. 16-footer, connects on it. Paulo Banchero having a strong game as well, coming off the bench between him and Reeves. Double figures now, 12 by Reeves, Banchero up to 11. 2:40 left to play in the third. Isaiah Liafa takes the 3, missed off the back iron, and Reeves comes up, soars up for the defensive rebound. Halliburton crosses midcourt. And we'll have a whistle with a reach and foul here away from the basketball. Alright, it will be away from the basketball. The foul will be picked up by New Zealand. Stops the momentum for Team USA as they had a fast break opportunity up the floor. Or no, it will be offensive. So they're going to check that it's been rolled out offensive. So Tyrese Halliburton committing the turnover out in the fast break, and it will go right back over to New Zealand. 2:20 left to go in the third. Wow, that's a good move to the bucket. Ruben Tarangi slicing U.S. defender, scores in the left-handed layup. Halliburton drives to the hole himself. Right back, he got it for two, up and in off the backboard. Dribble drive penetration picking up right now. 14-point lead for USA. We're starting to pick up in the scoring column. Yanni Wetzel pivot at the low block, scores up and through, good for two off the glass. United States with it, looking to keep the tempo going. Skip pass left corner into the hands to Reeves. Reeves guarded at the left corner. Up fake, moves it over to Banchero. Wide open three, target range, drills it. Paulo Banchero, laser from downtown, makes it. Austin Reeves with an assist. That's assist number 6 tonight for Reeves, and Banchero lighting it up. He's got 14. Tyrod Edwards is the top scorer. New Zealand with the ball. Ruben Tarangi had a strong start with 11 points in the second half. He's up to 15, the top scorer for New Zealand. Hook shot by Tarangi sends it down as it rattles in inside the key for two. Approaching the final minute left to play in the third. Reeves bumped into, and Reeves, no call by the referees. They say play on. Johnson gives it off to Hart in the corner. Bounce pass goes over to Banchero. 55 seconds left to go. Banchero jacks up a three. Right down the cylinder. He makes it. Paulo Banchero taking over. 17 points right now. 45 seconds remaining, third quarter. New Zealand down by 16. Pass deflected. Intercepted by Reeves. Here goes the U.S. out on the fast break. Hart kick. Corner three. Johnson. Off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound. Hart contacted into and fouled. 31 seconds left. 2 free throws coming up at the line for the United States, and Paulo Banchero taking over the game right now with 17 points. Perfect 2 for 2 from the perimeter, making his previous 2 shots, both from 3-point range, taking advantage in the New Zealand defense breaking down. Nobody aware of the scouting report on Banchero that he can shoot threes and make threes when left wide open. That has been the case today. 6 for 7 from the floor for Banchero. Josh Hart, 2 free throws. First shot at the line, and that drops in. Second free throw. Right down the middle. 16-point lead currently for Team USA, largest one of the game. 25 seconds left to play in the third. Shea Illy running the point now at the edge of the midcourt logo. 6-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out the third quarter. Illy makes the pass on top over to Tarangi. Drives inside the paint. Lost the ball off the bounce pass. Deflected out of bounds. Last touch by USA. 13 seconds left to go before halftime as New Zealand will inbound it underneath their hoop. Ruben Tarangi. Off it goes to Liafa. Takes the jumper. Missed off the baseline. Down low, Tarangi. 8 seconds remaining in the third. Tarangi deep from the perimeter. Working on Banchero. Dribbles up. Floats it up at the buzzer. Too tall off the glass. And we close out. At the end of the third quarter, the United States starting to pull away. 76-58, part of a 31-22 third quarter box score advantage. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, feel free to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. As we close out through 3 quarters so far in this matchup, and Paulo Banchero has been on an absolute tear in that 3rd quarter. Patrick, welcome back in, man. Hope all is going well. Glad to have you back in the stream. 17 points by Paulo Banchero. He is 6 for 7 shooting, perfect. 2 for 2 from the perimeter. Austin Reeves solid as well. 12 points for him, 6 assists, 3 steals. 4 for 5 shooting, perfect. 2 for 2 from the outside by Reeves. Took a while for the U.S. to get going. They started off just 1 for 5 from 3-point range, but now up to 40% from the perimeter. At 6 for 15 from downtown. They've gone to the free throw line quite a bit, especially in the first half. That's how they were able to put New Zealand into foul trouble throughout the first half of this game. They're shooting just under 58% from the floor. It took quite a bit of time for them to get settled in. They were missing a lot of shots, especially down low, to begin the game for USA, but as of late, just pushing the basketball up-tempo, getting in the fast break been a specialty, and also making their open shots, and that's been reasons why they started to pull away in this matchup, where New Zealand shooting the ball under 41% currently from the floor right now. $17 by Banchero, 14 in the starting 5 by Anthony Edwards. Edwards was the one who got this team going early on when they were searching for some sort of offensive answers. If you guys are just joining in, it was a slow start for Team USA. They trailed 14-4 at one point in this game to start off in the first quarter. We get back to action, start to the second quarter, and the layup is made down low. That's by New Zealand. Finn Delaney scores the right-handed layup. Tyrese Haliburton on the floor with Reeves, Johnson, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Bobby Portis. Portis gets it away, left corner off to Reeves. For the shot clock, Reeves dribbles up, takes the fadeaway in the key, missed off the back rim too long. And it will result in an over-the-back call, defensive foul picked up by USA. $9:15 left to go in the 4th. New Zealand with the ball. Top of the free throw circle, Shea Illy. He has it now at the edge of the midcourt logo. Just slowing down possession, but they're down by 16 for New Zealand. Top 2 teams out of group play advance to the round of 16 in the FIBA World Cup tournament. As the jumper was missed, Haliburton came up with a rebound but picked up the foul. So this will be 2 free throws here at the line for New Zealand with Shea Illy. First one's good. Tomorrow I'll be back on for Saints-Texans at 8 o'clock Eastern for preseason football. Yeah, so feel free to join in tomorrow night if you guys would like Texans against Saints final preseason game. Second free throw is good. Under 9 minutes left to play. U.S. just looking to put this one in the win column. Wasn't the easiest type of matchup compared to the line, which the U.S. was favored by around 37.5 points entering today's game. The entry pass intercepted by New Zealand. Ruben Tarangi down at the low block. Bounce pass on top as it goes over to Shea Illy. 10 on the shot clock. Illy drives inside the key, slices defenders. Couldn't finish, though, as he missed the layup. Jackson came up with a rebound. USA with it. The pass down low. Portis wide open behind the defense, and he scores through for 2. Nice vision right there by Tyrese Haliburton going vertically down the field. 8:10 left to play in the 4th. Isaiah Liafa. Hand off to Finn Delaney around the perimeter. A lot of time going off the game clock, and this ball gets intercepted by Haliburton. Haliburton with numbers of 4 and 3. His dish, backdoor cut. Portis couldn't finish as it goes right back to New Zealand with Delaney. Delaney double team, trapped towards the near side, dangerous area, gets it away though, over to Liafa, out to the wing, here's a 3. Off the back rim, bricked by Tirangi, offensive rebound, back it goes to New Zealand, another 3, skidded off the rim, missed, rebound controlled by Halliburton. 7.5 left to go. Halliburton adjusts tempo, passes over to the trailer, downhill, right to the rim, scores with a layup, it's Jaren Jackson Jr., up and through, good for 2. 18-point lead for the United States. Jaren Jackson Jr., 4th player today in double figures for the USA. He's got 10 now. 17 by Bunkero, 14 by Edwards, 12 by Reeves, 10 by Jackson Jr. And Tyrese Halliburton, filling the stat sheet with a couple recent assists, makes his way up to assist number 3. Had the no-look pass over to Bobby Portis a couple possessions ago. 7:10 remaining, New Zealand with the ball. Flynn Cameron, bounce pass in the key, stole away, poke loose from behind, and Halliburton completes the steal. Approaching the 7-minute mark left, Austin Reeves will slow down tempo for the U.S. Reeves with 6 assists, 3 steals, leading the way. Gets the ball away over to Jackson. Jackson inside the paint, gets past a group of defenders, throws it down with a left-handed flush. It's a 20-point lead. Jaren Jackson Jr. up to 12, throwing down the house on the last possession. Liafa from 3, connects on it. Hey, what's good, David? Welcome back on the stream, man. USA just looking to wrap up, go 1-0 and pull play. Cam Johnson crashing into Fotu, and Fotu picks up the defensive foul. United States back in action Monday morning, same time, 8:30 a.m. against Greece, against Giannis's team. That's the toughest game in pool play. Greece came up with a victory, their first game of group action. Greece won 92-71 over Jordan. The U.S. will wrap up against Jordan. That's on Wednesday at 4:30 a.m. Top 2 teams from each group advance over to the round of 16 for the FIBA World Cup tournament. New Zealand playing games. This is at the Eastern Standard Time zone, so U.S. Eastern Standard Time. They got Jordan coming up on Monday at 4:30 in the morning before they face Greece for their final game of pool play at 8:30 a.m. on Wednesday. If you're new in the stream, feel free to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. Just a quick update, I plan on being back tomorrow night. If you guys would like to join in, it will be a special live stream, NFL preseason football for the final preseason game before the actual game start up. It will be the New Orleans Saints versus the Houston Texans tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Back from the timeout, Bobby Portis receives the pass from Halliburton. 6:15 left to go for the shot clock. Halliburton launches deep range, got it. Tyrese Halliburton splashes it from 28 feet out. It's a 20-point lead for USA. New Zealand missed the 3, rebound control by Halliburton. Halliburton out in the open floor will slow it down. At the top, sends over to Portis, cuts baseline to the hoop, throws it down, 2-handed flush. They extend right now the largest lead. Actually, they're not going to count the bucket there. So they still get 85-65 in the scoreboard. So Bobby Portis threw it down with a 2-handed dunk. Oh, Jaren Jackson Jr. Offensive foul, tried to clear it away for Portis. So they will not count the slam dunk by Portis. Offensive foul committed by Jaren Jackson Jr. as he was holding up Yanni Wetzel, trying to defend Portis in the backdoor cut to the hoop. And so it'll go back to New Zealand. Under 6 minutes left, Jackson just fouled out. He picked up his 5th, so he is done for the rest of the game. Finn Delaney inside the key, floats it up and got it. Off the backboard, up and in for 2 for New Zealand. Game 1 of action. U.S. will take a 3 at the wing. Missed off the mark by Halliburton, and the rebound controlled by New Zealand. Finn Delaney at the right wing perimeter, sends it on top over to Isaiah Liafa. Liafa step back 3 over Portis. Missed off the back rim, and this is not... Austin Reeves a little bit shaken up on the play, but he's back, he's okay. So that's a great sign to see there. Reeves able to get back up. He was trapped in the key, down on the knee for a moment. In the corner, 3 is good. New Zealand making things interesting. Flynn Cameron drills the 3, 15-point game now. Under 5 minutes left to go. U.S. with the ball with Halliburton, and Halliburton commits the turnover. Turnovers been a plenty today. 17 of those by New Zealand. Same number for the USA. Tyrese Halliburton will check out of the game now. .445 left to go. New Zealand with possession. Finn Delaney at the right wing. Hands it over to Tarangi. Sends it on top off to Shea Illy. Illy moves it out over to Tarangi. Tarangi drives. Dumps it off down to the low block. The turnaround hook. Missed off the mark. No good by Fotu. And the rebound collected by Brunson. Bridges past midcourt. Bridges Eurostep attacks inside the paint. Gets the finger roll if they count it. By Mikal Bridges. And they will not. It's going to be another USA turnover, number 18 today. Hey, what's good? MB on the stream. Welcome in. Yeah, looking out of reach at this point right now. The final 4:15. Shockingly, they were up early on. It was 14-4 at one point, the largest lead by New Zealand in the first quarter. That's a huge rejection by Paolo Banchero. Off the backboard. 4 minutes left to go. USA will slow it down. Banchero receives the pass. Spin cycle inside. Puts up the shot. Rattles in. It's good. Paolo Banchero, have yourself a game for Team USA. The block and the bucket leading the way today with 19 points. His 3rd block of the game. He's 7 for 8 shooting. 3-point shot missed off the mark by Delaney in New Zealand. Tapped out of bounds. Last touch by the U.S. Banchero blocking the layup attempt by Shea Elliott. Flew right off the left side of the backboard and then back in the offensive side of the floor. Yeah, went off the bottom left part of the backboard, blocking the layup attempt, and then inside the key, did a spin move, went in for the turnaround, and knocked down the shot, rattled in by Banchero. So he has been the go-to today for the Cog to bring his team in this one and pull away in this game for the USA by 17 currently. 3.5 minutes left. Finn Delaney, crossover, lost it, out of bounds, a turnover by New Zealand. And Delaney wondering about the call by the officials. And New Zealand looking to burn a timeout here. I wonder if they're going to challenge this right now. They're looking to call timeout, and that timeout's finally granted. 87-70 with 3.5 minutes left to go before this game wraps up, and the USA will go 1-0 in group play. The line for this game was much more. The U.S. came into this game as a 36.5 point favorite on the line. Right now it's only 17. The final 3.5 minutes. They needed solid contributions today to get themselves out of an early hole. Paolo Banchero, Austin Reeves, both of them tremendous from the bench. Anthony Edwards, he was great early on. He was the one who dug the U.S. out of a hole early on. trailing 14-4 at one point in the first quarter. USA came back, led at the end of one, 19-18. They outscored New Zealand in the second quarter, 26-18. Their best quarter play was in the third quarter, outscoring New Zealand 31-22. The fast break offense really worked out to their favor in this matchup to start off group play. The concern, though, has to be their front court. Only Jaren Jackson Jr. and Bobby Portis, the two front court guys in the squad. And in this game, they were only +3 in the glass, 35-32. And in terms of total rebounds in this matchup, it's just they were efficient. They started off the game cold, missing shots from inside. But once they got their rhythm, they started to make their shots. And they started to pull away once they made those shots in today's game, shooting the ball right now at 58.5% from the floor for the United States. Referees are taking a look at this play right now, so instant replay on the floor, whether Shea Illy lost it on the crossover. That's what the referees are taking a look at right now. Off the crossover, whether he lost it out of bounds or whether it was knocked out of bounds by Anthony Edwards. So this is being reviewed right now at the moment. If you're new in the stream, feel free to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. I cover basketball action mostly in the channel, play-by-play of both college hoops and NBA games. From time to time, I also do cover special live streams of other sports. And tomorrow happens to be one of those special live streams, so feel free to join in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, for NFL action between the Saints and the Texans, if you guys would like to join in. Still looking at this replay right now. Yeah, Illy's hand is off the ball. Off the crossover. I believe that this is going to stay New Zealand basketball. They're taking a look at it. Anthony Edwards, if he knocked it loose from Illy off the crossover. And it will stay New Zealand basketball, so the referees point in New Zealand's direction. 3:28 left to go in the fourth quarter. So New Zealand will keep possession right now. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounds. Down to the mid-block. Hook shot that gets floated up. Missed off the back rim. No good by Fotu. Rebound control by Hart for the U.S. And USA will just slow it down. Edwards hands it off to Brunson. Lackluster game by Brunson today as he only scored 7 points. At the left wing, Bridges receives it. Bridges turns the corner. Dish out to the left corner. Brunson fires away from 3 at the wing. Knocked down and he gets fouled. 3 free throws coming up by Jalen Brunson as he absorbs the contact from Jordan Natai. 3:03 left to go as the game clock stops. Three free throws here by Brunson. The first one's good. Definitely can use these points to add to his total. Creeping up towards the double-digit mark. Second one's good. He's got 9 now by Brunson. And also on Team USA, they do have 3 players who played under head coach Jay Wright at Villanova: Brunson, Hart, and Bridges. Third free throw is good. So up to 10 points now for Jalen Brunson. USA by 20. Jalen Brunson becomes the 6th United States player in double figures today. 19 by Banchero, 14 by Edwards, 12 each by Jackson Jr. and Reeves, and Brunson with 10 alongside Halliburton. Less than 3 minutes left to play. New Zealand with the ball, driving downhill to the rim, and the layup gets altered by Hart. USA comes up with the ball. That was Banchero who altered it. Hart had it up the floor. Banchero back with it inside the paint. Banchero missed the layup. Got his own rebound back, though. Banchero double teamed. Outside, moves it over to Hart. Takes the 3. Swoosh. It's good. Made by Josh Hart for the triple. Largest lead today for USA. 2:15 left to play. Jordan Nata. His pass intercepted at the baseline by Edwards. Edwards, outlet pass, deflected off the bottom part of the backboard. Retrieved, though, by Brunson. He lost it. Poke loose from behind. New Zealand came up with a steal. New Zealand, with under 2 minutes left to go, down by 23, will not have a chance for a comeback moment in their system today. First game of group play, though, the top 2 teams advance, so there's still 2 more games remaining. The USA will take on Greece on Monday, and then we'll close out group play against... They got Greece on Monday, and then they'll go up against Jordan on Wednesday. An early game East Coast time at 4:40 in the morning. The jumper good at the baseline for 2 more for USA, and Banchero lighting it up. He's got 21. 1:30 left to go. Walker Kessler set to check into the game as they will clear out the bench right now for the United States. The rookie from Utah, about to... first-year player, went through his first season from Utah. Used to play for the Auburn Tigers for college hoops. Will check onto the floor. 1:30 remaining. Actually, this timeout is assessed to New Zealand. So timeout on the floor right now. Took a while for them to shake off their cobwebs in this matchup, but able to prevail for United States, and they'll have to turn their attention towards Greece in their next matchup. Greece coming up with a win over Jordan in the first game of group play, 92-71. Quick update on the other games going on throughout the FIBA World Cup today. Australia picking up a victory over Finland, 98-72. That is actually from yesterday's games. Games from today. So update the scoreboard here. Here we go. Spain leading the Ivory Coast 53-34 at halftime. Puerto Rico winning over South Sudan this morning 101-96. Brazil winning big time over Iran 100-59. Serbia with a monster win against China 105-63. Slovenia winning versus Venezuela 100-85. Greece won this morning in the earlier game against Jordan 92-71. Georgia won over Cape Verde 85-60. Missed shot down low by New Zealand in the final minute, 10 left to play. Mikal Bridges with possession. Bridges inside the key, takes the jumper and makes it for 2. 97-70 as we got 1 minute left. Thank you all for joining in today. It's been a while since I covered an actual basketball stream, so appreciate you guys for dropping by, being a part here on the channel today. New Zealand makes a late 2 with 44 seconds remaining. Took a while to catch their footing for Team USA, but eventually they caught on, never looked back. They trailed early on in this game, trailing as many 14-4 with about 5:07 left to play in the first quarter. But other than that, they were able to come down from a 10-point deficit, find their groove, and pick up an easy victory. 15 seconds left as Jalen Brunson crosses midcourt, feeds the ball into the hands of Cam Johnson. 10 seconds remaining. Johnson attacks the paint, bounce pass, Bridges, jumper, rattles in. Gets the drop, good for 2. They have 99 on the board with 10 seconds left. 3-point shot at the buzzer, crossing midcourt, missed off the back rim by New Zealand as we go final. United States picks up the victory and group play to begin. 99-72 the final score. Team USA out to a great start to open up their FIBA World Cup brackets. They'll have Greece upcoming on Monday morning for their second game of group play before they take on Jordan to close out the group on Wednesday morning. Thanks all for joining in, being a part here on the stream today. Paulo Banchero got his team going and rolling. He led the way for the USA. 21 points by Banchero. 80% shooting from the floor, also with 4 blocks today. 14 points by Anthony Edwards. He was great early on. Austin Reeves solid off the bench. 12 points for him. Made 2 threes, 6 assists, leading the way for USA. Also with 3 steals by Reeves. 12 points by Jaren Jackson Jr. and 10 by Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton. Thanks so much all for joining in. Before I do wrap up, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And feel free, join me back in tomorrow night. I plan on being back in for my next live stream. It will be NFL preseason football between the Saints and the Texans, so feel free to join in for a special live stream if you guys would like. Right now, we're going to close out to the channel members before I do wrap up here. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Rajib, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Bradley, Sister Surround, TMC, Braden, Mario, Bino, Mark, John, Kenneth, Tristan, Jess, Ahino Joseph, Vegas, SG Sports Talk, Derek, Ice Baby, Michael Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Asia, Laszlo, Joe, Roderick, Reynaldo, Dee, Katie, Barco, Chuck, Siegel, Woopig, Ian, Oink Oink, Emmanuel, Robin, and Dave. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream for this one. And good morning out to you guys. Happy morning at just past 10:30 a.m. on the East Coast. As we wrap up here, USA wins over New Zealand, final score 99-72 in group play of the FIBA World Cup. Wrapping up. Thanks so much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.